Guess what? PENTAX has new lens patents circulating all across the internet. Calm down, calm down. There's 7 lenses in total. No, don't get all excited and jump out of your seat. And there is no new camera that's been announced as of yet. Yes, a couple of the lenses do appear to be mirrorless mount, just based on the flange distance. They removed the roadmap so that we can't see what's on the roadmap for the upcoming lenses that they're supposed to be making, which would have kept us excited, but then everything's clouded in weird secret society kind of thing. If you're supposed to know, then you know, right? I guess none of us are supposed to know. So 2 of those lenses do appear to be DSLR with built-in shake reduction. Yeah, the focal lengths are a little odd. We're going to look at that. But yes, there are some patents. There's been 0 news from PENTAX. Hello, PENTAX, are you listening? Are you listening? Hello? Hello? Yeah, so because there's been absolutely nothing stated by PENTAX whatsoever in God knows how long, don't get excited, but I know it is news-ish. Yeah, but let's take a look at these lenses and I will give you some thoughts. Remember the 7300 lens that had built-in image stabilization that was on the roadmap and then PENTAX took it off the roadmap? Or did they take it off the... I don't recall if they actually took it off the roadmap, but they got rid of the roadmap for the lenses so that we can't complain about what is showing up on the roadmap. At least that's my thought as to why they were like, you people are crazy. Everyone's complaining no matter what we do, so we're just taking it and no one knows anything that's going on. So anyway, there are 4 lenses that have been patented. Now, as I mentioned, this is bizarre. So 2 of them, I think, we'll get into that. Don't quote me yet, but I believe 2 of them seem to be kind of leaning on the mirrorless side or an incorporated lens on, like, say, a bridge camera. But the flange distance does work for a mirrorless setup. And then 2 of those lenses, is it 2? One of them's DSLR. One of them, or 2 of them, are flange distance of a medium format camera. Yeah, that was surprising. The focal lengths are bizarre. The apertures are, they're okay, I guess. Yeah, so we've got a mirrorless style / bridge embedded lens all in one, a DSLR lens, and medium format. Very strange. So let's just take a look at these and don't get excited. These are just patents. Doesn't mean that they're actually going to come out. Just something that they're working on. Now, apparently there are variations of these lenses. So there are 7 lens patents in total, because they do have variations of the said 4 lenses. They do slightly differ. So let's just take a look. So as you see here, the flange distance on the PENTAX 645 series of cameras, both the D and the Z, were both medium format, as we know, and that flange distance is 70.87 millimeters. Now, on the lens patent itself, the back focus is 50.52 to 84.97. So it does cover the medium format space in regards to the flange distance. The focal length is a bit odd, though. It's technically a 150 to 250 with an aperture of f5 to f8. It's a little bizarre, Maybe they would change it to f5.6 to f8, but still not sure about this lens. But let's move on. Now let's take a look at the PENTAX K-mount with a flange distance of 45.46 millimeters. And this lens, for example, 1, which is a 70 to 150, with an aperture of, I'm guessing it would be corrected to f4.5 to 5.6. And that one has a back focus, which translated is flange distance of 42.56 to 66.55. So this does cover the K-mount flange distance for both mirrorless from PENTAX, APS-C, full frame. It's K-mount. Very odd choice of lens. Now check out the mirrorless designs. So the design of this particular lens is a 70 to 200, it looks like. And it is a aperture of f4 to f6, so probably 6.3. Now, the flange distance is 8.34 to 32.23. So if you look, the PENTAX Q, the Micro Four Thirds system, and the Fuji X mount all have respective back focus or flange distances of 9.2 for the Q, 19.25 for Micro Four Thirds, and 17.7 for the Fuji X mount system. So this lens design does look like it would be for a mirrorless camera. Quite interesting, quite interesting. And now let's look at the Canon RF mount, 20 millimeters, L mount, 20 millimeters. So it would fit that kind of style as well. Nikon Z mount, 16 millimeters. This lens patent does cover that as well. And the Sony E mount is 18 millimeters. So it does on the surface look like they are going to do a mirrorless system. Now, this one was difficult. I could not find an existing camera per se that would take this type of lens regarding the back focus or flange distance. Now this one has a focal length of 100 to 170 f-stop. I'm guessing they would probably change that to f4.5 to 5.6 instead of what it shows, which is 4.6 to 5.2. Now the flange distance was 55.31. It's very specific. It's not a range like the other lenses that I showed previously. Now with this patent, the only thing that I was able to find that made any kind of sense on the surface was a T-mount. Now, if you're not familiar with a T-mount is basically just mounting your camera to a telescope. That's really it. You have to keep in mind that PENTAX doesn't only make cameras. They make lenses. They make imaging equipment. So they very well could be working on a telescope digital system, for astrophotography for observatories. We don't know, but that's kind of the thing that makes sense to me. So like I said before, just relax, relax. It's okay. One thing to keep in mind is PENTAX does do medical imaging. They do the whole celestial telescope imaging thing for observatories. They have all different kinds of optics. So at the end of the day, just because it has the PENTAX brand on it, doesn't necessarily mean that these lenses are actually for a camera. They could be for any application that falls within the PENTAX realm of imaging, right? So yeah, unfortunately, there isn't much news coming out of the PENTAX camera side of things. So anything that we see, we get excited. Should we get excited about this? Maybe 1 or 2 lenses? All of them? I highly doubt it. However, never say never. PENTAX might be reevaluating things to look at mirrorless technology and bring out a surprise. Who knows? I don't have any insider info, but I just thought this would be something interesting to look into. And oh, hi, wasp. Go away. No, get out of here. Okay, that's better. And yeah, man, that was a lot of wardrobe changes, eh? Wow. Yeah, that's how many days it took to complete this video, because I had to replace my computer. So a lot of back and forth. That's going to be a different video. We'll go into what I used to use, what I have now, and yeah. Thanks, Microsoft. You forced me to have to upgrade because I couldn't put Windows 11 on my old one. Terrible. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you like the video, leave a like. If you have not already, please do subscribe. It always helps out. That goes for every channel that you see. If you like the information, like it, hit that thumbs up, and subscribe so you don't miss any other episodes from whatever channel that you're watching. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Always read the description. I put info in there. And I'm gonna go. I'll catch you on the next video. I'm out.